What's going on, everybody? This is Brian from SneakerFiles.com, recapping the news, and I'm very excited to put this video together for a few reasons. But before I get into that, like always, greatly appreciate a thumbs up, and if you're new here, make sure to subscribe by hitting the red button below. For this video, let's see if we can hit 1,100 likes. Now, the reasons I'm excited is because I've been messing with my microphone, and I think I finally got it at a level that is pretty good. And if you guys could let me know in the comments section below, or if there's anything that I should change, let me know as well. Now, the other part, and obviously what I'm more excited about, is the return of the Air Jordan 6 Carmine in 2021. So we're going to talk about that shoe later on in the video. As well, we have details on an upcoming Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG, known as Fresh Mint, a new release date for the Air Jordan 6 defining moments, and a lot more from Jordan Brand. Other than that, we got a good amount from Nike, which includes an exclusive leak. I hinted about that shoe in the previous video, and it is the Air More Uptempo OG in black and white. And then other brands featured is Adidas, Reebok, and Converse. And now, without wasting too much more of your time, let's jump into the news. Starting this video off, we have details on the upcoming Fear of God Essentials Converse Chuck 70, which is returning. Now, for this pair, they come dressed in black and off-white. Utilizing canvas across the upper, we have a unique lacing system which wraps the heel. In addition, we have the Converse chevron logo on the medial side, as well as metal eyelets, and then completing the look is co-branding on the license plate located on the heel. Now, this pair is set to release on February 26th. They will be available at select retailers, one of them being Soulbox, and the retail price will be $110. Back in September, Allen Iverson gave us a preview of two colorways of the Reebok Answer 5, which represented his high school, Bethel High School. Now we've learned that one of those colorways will finally release, and the pair that is releasing comes with black across the upper. We also have green and yellow detailing throughout. Now, the pair that's releasing is actually slightly different than the pair Allen Iverson showed. The retail release will actually have more green. Now, as for the release details, this pair drops on February 28th, and the retail price will be $140. We now have official images of the Adidas Yeezy Boost 700 MNVN in orange. Now, this pair I'm actually a fan of, but it looks like it's going to be somewhat limited. Now, news broke maybe a month ago that this pair would be available at select retailers in Shanghai, Paris, and Los Angeles. Now, it is a possibility that a wider release could take place later down the road, but it appears that Adidas is getting some hype for the shoe just based off of the selective release. And even though Shanghai, Paris, and Los Angeles are getting them, you already know there's not going to be a lot available. Now, if you're in one of those areas, they drop on February 28th, and the retail price is set at $220. Moving on to Nike, and we have official images of the Nike Air Flight 89 Rucker Park. Now, this pair pays tribute to the famous court in New York City known as Rucker Park, and they come with white leather across the upper, while orange and black details are seen throughout. In addition, we have a free throw line silhouette on the insoles, while on the heel it has 10039 embroidered, which is the zip code for the park. Overall, I like what they're doing with the Nike Air Flight 89. They're releasing simple colorways, and then they have a few themed shoes, which makes sense. They also feature a basketball lace jewel. Now, as for a release date on this pair, we don't have anything. We don't even have a retail price, but they are expected to launch during spring 2020, and they will be available pretty much everywhere, including Nike.com. Official images of the Nike Air Fear of God 1, the Question, aka String, has arrived. However, there's some things we do need to talk about. Now, I heard about this rumor going around, and I don't have confirmation on this, but it's a possibility that this pair is pulled. Now, you might be asking why this pair could possibly be pulled. You might not see anything wrong with the shoe, and there really isn't anything wrong. However, Jerry Lorenzo took to Instagram stating that the toe box is inspired by the question. Well, apparently Nike didn't like that. Now, I get it. There's a lot of cases where Nike suing Reebok back and forth, and Adidas is in the mix of lawsuits. So at this point, I'm not sure if they're trying to avoid a potential lawsuit or if this hurts their pride in any way, shape, or form. More than likely, they're trying to avoid a lawsuit here, but the release date, if they do release, is February 28th, and the retail price will be $350. Once I get more details on this pair, I definitely will make sure to let everybody know. For Air Max Day 2020, it looks like we have a special Nike Air Max 90 releasing, and this pair is known as Reverse Duck Camo. Now, for those that don't know, Atmos collaborated with Nike to release the Duck Camo Air Max 90. Now, for 2020, all Nike is doing is reversing the colors. So where black was is now red, and where red was, it's now black. Other than that, we have duck camo on the mudguard as well as the overlays and tongue, while white lands on the midsole, and then we have a black rubber outsole. So the image used is actually a Photoshop. However, I did get to see a catalog scan of this pair, and the Photoshop is exactly like what's releasing. So you can expect the 2020 Reverse Duck Camo to look just like this, and the release date is March 26th, which of course is Air Max Day, and currently a retail price is unknown. Let me know your thoughts on this pair in the comments below. In comparison to the original Duck Camo, which do you think is better? In the last video, I let you guys know I was going to leak something new, and I gave you guys some hints. And as you can see from on the screen, we have the Nike Air More Uptempo OG in black and white. And I can confirm that this pair will return once again during holiday 2020. Now, the last time we saw this pair released was 2016, so only 4 years ago, which obviously isn't that much time. However, I'm excited because I have one pair that's dead stock, and then I have one pair that is now ruined, so I'll be able to get another pair and then keep that pair fresh. So what we can expect is just like the original release, and as you guys know, this pair dropped in 1995 and was made famous due to Scottie Pippen. Now, the pair comes dressed in all black, and then we have white detailing which outlines the large Air and lands on the branding throughout. Now, shown on screen is images from 2016. However, what was interesting is the 2016 release and the 2020 release, the style code is exactly the same, but this is a confirmed release for holiday 2020. Now, we don't have a specific release date, and the retail price should be $160. It's possible that it might be $170, but I should have more details on that soon. With that being said, let me know your thoughts on the Air More Uptempo OG returning once again later this year. On to Jordan Brand, and we're not going to spend too much time on this pair just because I spoke on it in the last video, but we do have official images of the Air Jordan 5 Low Golf Fire Red. Now, I did want to share this just because the images, the quality that is a lot better than what we saw previously, and pretty much we now have a full 360 viewing. Other than that, they released on February 28th, and the retail price will be $220. Now, I truly believe that this pair will sell out. I've seen in the past that most of the golf shoes by Jordan Brand, they sell out really fast, and they actually resell for a decent amount. I'll be honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of the Air Jordan 5 Low. However, if I did golf, I definitely would pick this pair up, just because I'm a huge fan of the Fire Red colorway. But for those like me who don't golf, the Air Jordan 5 OG Fire Red will return on March 28th for $200. It looks like we have a release date locked in for the Air Jordan 1 High Zoom in Racer Blue. Now, months back, I was told that this pair would release on March 14th, and then rumors came out that they would release in January. January is now behind us, and as everybody knows, this pair did not release. Now, the release date is once again March 14th, and the retail price will be $175. I believe this will be the first colorway releasing since the Fearless pair that dropped back in December. And on a side note, Jordan Brand does have another colorway coming. That pair will feature green, and it's decent, but if you guys want to see that pair, let me know in the comment section below. I'll have a mock-up done so you guys can see exactly what's releasing. Here's a pair that I wanted to speak on, but I didn't want to put it in the thumbnail or have it really a main attraction for this video because honestly, I don't believe they're going to release, and at this point, we don't even have photos. But on the screen is the supposed Travis Scott Air Jordan 3. Now, to give you guys a recap of where it comes from, this Photoshop was created by Soul Debrief. Now, what Soul Debrief told me is that he has a friend within Travis Scott's camp, and although he didn't see the shoes, that friend relayed the message of how the shoe will look. Now, I'm not exactly doubting what he says, but what I am doubting is that these will release, because I don't think they will, and if anything, it's a friends and family exclusive if there is one. Again, I'm not doubting what he's saying, it's just I'm always skeptical when there's no image to go along with a potential Photoshop. Now, I know I post Photoshops of upcoming releases, and I state that on every single photo that is a Photoshop, but those Photoshops are either based off what I saw or it's an upcoming colorway, and all that image is used for is just to represent what it could look like. Again, I just wanted to go over this because I've gotten a handful of messages about this shoe, and I did want to clear it up. So I know some people are running with the narrative that this is a rumored release for 2020, and at this stage I wouldn't even say it's a rumored release. What I would say is it's a possible friends and family version that we potentially could see in the near future. Now, I could be wrong on this. I did ask around and there was no additional details as far as a Travis Scott Air Jordan 3 collab. But if anything changes, I'll make sure to let you guys know. Like always, if anything changes, I'll make sure to let you guys know. The upcoming Air Jordan 6 DMP, aka Defining Moments release has been chaotic. And when I say that, I mean the fact that the release date keeps changing. Initially rumored to release in January, come to find out the Black Cat Air Jordan 4 released, and then there was some time where it was kind of up in the air when this pair would drop. Shortly after that, rumors circulated that they would release during March, and then a few weeks later, a possible release date was set for April 4th. Last night before I was prepping to do this video, I actually looked at my Twitter DMs and I got a message from somebody I communicate with quite often on upcoming releases, and he told me a new date for the Air Jordan 6 Defining Moments. So with that being said, he told me that this pair will now release on April 11th. Now, I believe in April, that is towards the end of the NBA season, and then we have the playoffs and finals, of course. So in my opinion, I think Jordan Brand is leaning more towards having this more of a finals release. In the past, Jordan Brand has done this on quite a few shoes. We had the Air Jordan 13 and 14 pack. We also had the cigar and champagne pack, and I'm sure there's a lot more, I just can't think of them. But it's looking like the date is now April 11th, and the retail price will be $200. We have a few more 2021 releases to talk about from Jordan Brand. I know some people are upset that we're speaking on 2021 releases when we're still in February, but for this video, the first one we're going to talk about is the Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG Fresh Mint. Now, this news comes from zsneakerheadz as well as soleheatonfeet, and just as a heads up, this is a mock-up. We don't actually know how the shoes will look as of yet, and this mock-up, aka Photoshop, is based off the color description. With that being said, they are expected to feature black, light army, cell, and fresh mint. Going over how this pair could potentially look, I feel that the fresh mint might not land on the swoosh nor the wings logo, possibly a bit more minimal than this, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, as for the release info, early 2021 is when they're expected to drop, and the retail price will be $170. Let me know in the comments section below if you would buy this pair if they release just like this Photoshop. For our last piece of news, and what I'm super excited about, is that the Air Jordan 6 Carmine will be returning in 2021. So 2021 will be full of Air Jordan 6 releases because that year will be this model's 30th anniversary. Not only did the Air Jordan 6 originally release in 1991, but the Carmine pair did as well. For many people, including myself, this pair is a grail. I remember for countless hours back in maybe 2005 or 6, I was looking on eBay to try to find a dead stock pair in good condition, which is pretty much impossible to do, especially at the price point I was trying to get it at. I don't remember the price, but I know back then I was super cheap because I didn't really have money. But moving forward, we got a first retro in 2008, which was part of the Countdown Pack. For those that don't know, the Countdown Pack featured 2 pairs and the model number would equal 23. So for example, the Air Jordan 6 was packaged with the Air Jordan 17. It didn't feature Nike Air, but I think for the most part, everyone was just excited to see a retro. Then in 2014, we saw another pair, and that would be the first time that this shoe released by itself. Again, they featured the Jumpman logo on the heel. Now, I know that's not a deal breaker for a lot of people, but I'm really into the whole OG look, especially when it comes to Nike Air or even the build, the height, the smaller details. That's what I really like. So with that being said, not only is the 2021 release expected to feature Nike Air, but they'll also come with the original height. As of now, we just know that they're releasing in 2021. We don't know of a retail price. We don't even have a time frame of when they'll release. But I could see this pair also dropping during All-Star Weekend. That's not confirmed whatsoever. As you guys know, Jordan Brand releases a ton of good stuff during that time frame. Once more information is available, I'll make sure to let everybody know. And let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Are you happy that the Carmine Air Jordan 6 is returning next year? And that recaps the news. Like always, we post it first on SneakerFiles.com, and then we take it to YouTube. Like always, I appreciate you guys for watching this video. Make sure to leave a comment below and let me know what you liked or disliked in this video. Also, next week, expect more details to leak. I have some more stuff from Nike basketball, more so on the current signature shoes. I do know of a few retros that will return, which includes a model from Penny Hardaway and Charles Barkley. So I'll work on getting that out to you guys. I'll put together the article, and once again, I'll make it go live once the video goes live on YouTube, so it doesn't really leak first. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the rest of your weekend. And if you haven't done so already, greatly appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe by hitting the red button below. Again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to SneakerFiles.com. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe.